Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to bring you a very diverse, interesting, and unique topic because I think this will really help a lot of people. This has helped me several times through my spiritual journey, and people are not really sure how to do it or how to do it correctly, but this is basically how to expose anyone's true colors. How to make someone really show who they are. And this is actually goes into more than one way. Let's talk about why this is important. Sometimes you are around people who, for so very long, you don't know who they are, and you actually years go by with them, and by the time you actually find out who they are, you're very hurt, you're very shocked, you're very surprised. It's very eye-opening. It's just otherworldly to you. This will save you so much time and effort. This video can apply to people who are in friend groups, people who are in groups, people who are in a collective, just anything, or people who just have one or two friends, or this can apply to relationships as well, any kind of relationship. So the first thing you have to do in order to really expose someone's true colors is just be nice. Smile, be yourself, be happy, be vibrant. Don't let anyone dim your flame. One thing that I have found about being nice is I found that when you're a little bit aggressive or you're a little bit like standish showing your ground, people are less likely to mess with you. Is that a good thing? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. If you're in public and you really need to get someplace and just people are trying to take advantage, okay, then you kind of like, you stand up for a second, like, hey, don't mess with me. Like, hey, just chill out, just stay back. Like, don't get near me. Or when someone you let close to you, or people you let close to you, or a group that you're in, and you're close to people in the group, it's actually really good to just remove that. Remove the defense. Act defenseless when you're not actually defenseless. You have angels at your back, and most importantly, you have God at your back. And when you have God at your back, anything is possible, including finding out the truth. So this video is really going to help a lot of people. I view everything as light and dark. It makes it nice and easy. Is what you're doing right now in this moment something for the good, or something that you want to call it good but it's actually really sinister and evil? Or if you're doing something that is necessary and you really have to stand up for yourself and fight, that can be a good thing, and it is a good thing because you're defending yourself, and you really have to look at light and dark. If you're being stepped on over and over and over and over again and you don't do anything to really fight back, that's actually for the collective bad. It's not helping you grow, and you're someone a good person who's just flat out getting hurt or stepped on. The easiest way, I said, to reveal anyone to you as to who they truly are is to be raw to them, to be raw, which means just strip off what's on the exterior and be like, okay, don't overshare. I mean, you can share certain things here and there, but when someone has some kind of hidden evil in them, maybe a group of people, and I've seen large groups of people who are just hiding evil, but everyone's talking on such a friendship level or such just a common level that to the point where no one gets to really see the bad side. As to when you start really showing how nice you are, show how nice you are and just be genuine. Don't fake being nice. Being fake nice is actually just as bad as being evil and mean, because that's not really helping anyone and you're putting up a facade. You're putting on smoke and mirrors when you're actually trying to look through those smoke and mirrors. Now, when it comes to finding out people's dark sides, or just, it could be a relationship, it could be in a group, it could be with friends, it could be a friend, it could be anything. This has to do with anything. This is a life skill that you need to have, or else it can be with family. And with family, unless you really let them close, like, oh, they're living a state away versus, oh, they're living in this state with us now. Okay, you're gonna find out, but this will speed it up. So just be raw, be nice, and be really nice. Just be yourself, be happy, and you're going to have to be around the person for consistent periods of time for you to kind of see a crack or a slip. Some of you have already done this with certain people that you know. You're like, okay, I knew this person, and then something slipped out, like, okay, this person, basically, it could be anything. I've seen this with my mother's friends. Oh, I just put my mother on the spot. My father's friends, my friends' friends, etc. So you'll put okay. I mean, it happens to everyone, so, yeah. There will be certain people who will disguise themselves as light, and they'll have an off day, or an off second, and then everything just spills out, and you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised as what you see, but you're seeing something that was already there that was just hidden. It just couldn't hide in that current moment. As the new moon hides the moon, it slowly waxes, and then it becomes full, and then it slowly wanes. But when you see it full, and you see it all at once, even when it starts waning, you already saw it. It's revealed itself to you, and you have two options. You confront it, or you confront it, or you I don't mean the guy. Okay, you confront it, or you store it away. Confronting it can be a few different things. So when you go down the confronting route, it's like, okay, what kind of energetic boundaries am I going to put up? If this is dark and it's not light and it's not for the collective good, if it's really bad, then withdraw all your energy. Just poof, and you don't have to give an explanation. It could be from, like I said, from groups to a friend, to friends, to a relationship, to a family member, etc. Because when you do stick around after you've seen the dark, it's not a surprise to you. Now you're just going through your lessons. Now you're getting lessons. And how many lessons is up to you on how many lessons you think you deserve. If you feel like going through months worth of lessons, maybe you have to. Maybe it makes you a better person. Maybe you find new strengths. Maybe, and I've seen that as well. I've seen just people in general. Like, when I go to the gym, there are people in the gym. Some people will show true colors and show that they're actually really dark, disguised as light. But at that point, you learn to not be around those people as well. I mean, maybe you're someone in my gym and you're watching this video. Cool, hi, you probably know what I'm talking about, because if you go to LA Fitness, everyone talks to everyone. It's super nice. But some people you have to pull yourself away from because you're like, oh, fudge, this person's dark. And yes, I said fudge. I'm trying to get you guys to switch your languages as well. Some people are flat out dark, and you think you can help them, but you're not going to help them. You're helping them by distancing yourself greatly after they show their true colors. Now there's another thing you can do to show you. This is like one out of two things. One is being super extra nice and not oversharing, but just being around long enough to truly see true colors. And the next one is, and this one kind of, it's going to be more painful than the first route. And this is the game changer for you guys. This is where, and you better put up your guard when you do it. You better put up your super armor, like Wakanda Forever. You better put up your super armor, because this is the route that does get shocking, and you might get hurt. So get your trauma crystals ready. Get Rhodonite and the different amethysts and stuff like that, and rose quartz, because once you see people's true colors, you're going to think it's you at first. You're going to think you're the bad person, but if you're doing absolutely nothing wrong, then you'll quickly find out it's not you. So just discern intentions. So even in a group of people, even with a family member, friend group, etc., it doesn't matter what it is. What you can do is play dumb. Play dumb. So step one is, be extra nice. Be yourself. If you're not already extra nice, that's a problem. I mean, it's not a problem. Essentially, it is. Be extra nice to yourself and to others. And just be organic. Just be, okay, like, just go with the flow. Be happy. If you're someone who is ready for this next part, I'm going to give you the next part. So the next part is to play dumb. And this really does hurt, because you're going to get to see everything. Everything's going to be shown. Everything. People will even be joking about you being dumb, when actually the people who are joking about it will fully let their guards down, and they'll show everything. They'll show absolutely everything to you. And it really, really, it's unfortunate, and you're going to get to see it. But like first week of playing dumb, maybe to a friend, family member, group, they'll make fun of you. They'll be like, this person's stupid. What's wrong with this person? Like, this person doesn't know anything. And they'll be joking and laughing, and then they're like, okay, cool. They'll contort to themselves. They'll actually transform back to what they really are on the inside. Remember how I said in a few videos, when you go to the astral plane, you're stripped naked of your physical form, and your astral form is glaring and blaring? Same thing here. So that when you drop your guard, when they drop their guard, is because you put on a show that you're dumb, which means like you don't really understand things, you don't see through what they're doing, and they reveal everything. They reveal absolutely everything. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's an amazing thing, but it's going to be very shocking for you, some of you guys. I've helped some of you do this, and you'll uncover everything about everyone just by playing dumb and being around them. Because once they think you're dumb, their guard is down. Okay, cool, whatever. And then boom, you see a different side. You're like, what is this? Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. You're going to think you're crazy for a few days. But you actually get to see what's really hidden. Hidden that as the point where you're seeing it with not just your two eyes, but your third eye. And it's like, what is this? So at that point, after that, because I'm telling you guys, you're going to see everyone's true color just by playing dumb and being extra nice. I'm someone who is extra nice just because I feel good being nice, so I'm nice to other people, and I see that it helps them and it makes them feel good. But I do see people for a fact. Some people who are extra dark will take advantage of that and reveal colors. And then at that point, you don't say anything. You just... I mean, you can, but it's going to cause problems. If you're in a group of people and you say something, now you're the enemy, and now they get mad. Or they might just keep thinking you're dumb. It just doesn't make much sense. At that point, they're not the smartest ones themselves, but... yeah, this is really how you show someone's true colors. It's not a fun thing, but it's a necessary thing in life because you really have to know who you're keeping around you, who you put around you, what kind of groups you're going into, what kind of family members you're around, where you move, who you want moving in with you. You got to be especially who you want moving in with you. Some of you who are in a relationship and you're about to get ready to move in with someone, but you had kind of your guard up the whole time, but you think you're gonna have your guard up when you're in your house, just fully in your house, resting, relaxing, and you're just gonna be at home and be like, oh, like you're getting ready for the day. You just want to chill out, and then, who would you just move in with? What is that? Oh no! But you should have at least kind of dropped some of the. You should have. Remember, because when I say drop your guard, I mean keep your guard up, but don't have the aggressiveness of like, oh. Yeah, I don't like this, so I'm going to say something back. Because it'll bump heads here and there, but the true colors won't fully show out until years later. So when you're talking to someone and it's years and years later and you're used to just kind of going back and forth a little bit, now the back and forth gets a lot and you're yelling, howling, screaming at each other, etc. That's for people who like move in with each other. Family members moving in, same thing. Especially people you can't get off of a couch. I'll make videos about how to do that, but... like guests who overstay and you're like, oh, I see their true colors. Who is this bum? Like who? I'm not saying they're actually. If a person can't get off your couch, they're most likely they've got a problem. I mean, I've seen it over and over again. Like if someone who refuses to leave your house, that's a parasite at that point. It's not a bum. It's a parasite. That's parasitic. They're parasitic on energy, the life, and the feng shui at the house, etc. I'll make a video about family guests as well. But this video, so it's broad in general, but it actually, once you get good at it, you save yourself a whole lifetime of effort. Lifetime of people you should be around and people who you shouldn't be around. You will surround yourself with nothing but people of light and nothing but people of goodness as soon as you learn to call people of darkness out. And like I said, like the light, I mean, people of darkness will always disguise themselves as people of light, because if people of darkness are perceived as being dark, or scary, or what they're doing is wrong, or it's not correct, and like they don't want to do that. How is the I'm actually not going to go into that example. Okay, I'll go into the example. How is the enemy going to come back? The enemy is going to come back disguised. I would like you guys to put that together. I don't know if I'll make a video on that, but you got to keep in mind the enemy's hiding in plain sight, and the enemy's using people. Discern. Is this good or is this bad? Is this with love or is this with hate? If you're in a group of people around friends, family members, etc., are they doing things with love and what they're saying is out of love? Or is it out of ego, pride, hubris, putting you down, rising above you? Certain things you really got to pay attention to. It's one of the stranger video topics to make because I didn't really think I'd make this topic tonight, but darkness is hiding in plain sight in front of all of you. Some of your closest family members, people you're in a relationship with, friends, they have a dark side that you haven't yet seen, and it's really unfortunate. Especially people in relationships who are really about to move in with someone. Be very careful. Be super careful of this. Be extra careful of this. Even people with family members who are moving closer to them or getting ready to visit, getting ready to crash on their couch, you're going to know. And you're going to see. It's not necessarily nice, but you're going to find out. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. I have given you guys 2 methods in this video how to make anyone's true colors pop out. It's really easy, and it's... The first method is being extra nice. Don't be so, confrontational. Let people show themselves to you when they want to show themselves to you. The second method is play dumb. Be like, yeah. Or just okay, yeah. And just go along with whatever they're saying, and it could, like I said, it could be anyone. True colors will spill out. It'll be like a rainbow on a piece of paper. It'll be like a Crayola in a oven. The colors will just... Crayola in an oven. Okay, good example, Stone Man. The colors will spill out. The second method, it's going to hurt and you're going to be shocked, but you're actually going to get a really, really high... I mean, no, you're not going to get high. You're going to get you're going to gain a new kind of discernment. And yeah, it did suck for you to go through it, but you're going to gain a discernment for the next time you ever see people like that again. You're like, okay, I've seen this before. Let's talk about the crystal onyx. And this is a good crystal to have as well if you're balanced for this kind of situation. Onyx with black tourmaline. Onyx remembers. If you are not able to remember yourself, onyx remembers. So if you've been around people who pretend to be light and pretend to do good, and they actually do a bunch of bad, or say a bunch of bad, or act bad, etc., onyx is the fingernail. It's the claw. It literally translates to fingernail claw. It has residue, and when you look at that residue, it's hey, I remember. I've been through this before. I recognize this. Why am I gonna wait a second? I've seen this. I've seen this movie before. I've seen this TV show before. I know how this ends, but I know how it begins as well, and that's the most important part. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.